but you got to get to him and you got to box him out in a physical fashion.
Technical foul called on Nick Nurse.
This game last night had to be the worst officiated game of all the Raptors games I've seen this season. And we were able to win that game despite the referees betting on us losing the game. I mean, it was just spectacular how Siakam was able to score 40 amidst all the chaos. And I'm going to get into how the referees took complete control of the game and made it so one-sided in favor of the Celtics.
Reacquired, and on the inside, Barnes commits a foul.
Barnes defended that as perfectly as he could. I mean, this is not a foul right here. Are you kidding me right now? And of course, Nick Nurse is upset now, and I'd be upset too. It was such a bad call this early in the game.
Nick has been on him after that blown call. That was on Scotty Barnes earlier.
And like clockwork, the referee just decides to give him a tech for no reason.
Technical foul called on Nick Nurse.
Now, I am being facetious here. There is a good reason for this. I mean, we were getting cooked by the Celtics early in the first quarter. Nick Nurse got angry, of course.
Celtics shooting lights out in a timeout.
A big theme in the first half is the referees swallowing their whistle, right? Right here, you could argue there's a call on either side. Or look at Tice push right there on Barnes as he goes up for the floater. And right here, Siakam spinning around. You could argue that's a shove on Siakam. That's the thing with this game. They were letting both sides play physical. But there were some inconsistencies. And right here, Trent just missing his shot. First game back in a while. He just hasn't been looking so good. And this collision right here, they didn't call anything. I'd argue both guys were fouling each other, and so you should call an offset foul. That's it. And when you swallow your whistle like this, you allow plays like these to happen where Siakam, he shoves, ties, and you could argue that's an offensive foul. Regardless, though, they had no answers for Siakam throughout the game.
Of his field goals are unassisted, and so many of them are because of that right there.
This right here is arguably a foul on both sides. Siakam with the wraparound and Ties with the shove on the back. I guess as a Raptors fan I should be grateful because this was part of a 6-0 run where Siakam cooked him.
Nice, backs in, spins away from it all night long.
I would say the Raptors had it the worst when it came to the officiating in this game. And part of it was how Marcus Smart was influencing the officials to try to get calls. Right here it doesn't work out for him, but this is the sort of thing he does every time he goes and gets aggressive. And right here, look at this shove from Derek White. I'll just slow it and replay it right there. That should be a shove and an offensive foul on Derek White. And Peyton Pritchard, man, he's not this good of a defender. These are fouls. I mean, come on. And Van Vliet right here, you could see as he's driving in, he's being hounded. And look how Cornette fouls him at the back. I mean, this is nuts. And they're not calling anything. Even kids know this is a foul.
Pritchard. And a three-point attempt is good.
I just want to thank every single human being that actually clicks on my videos and subscribes to my channel. I was able to reach 1,000 subs in less than a year of making this channel. Yo, this is a dream come true for me, man. Again, thank you guys so much. Now back to the video. Now the Raptors, they were being aggressive. They were actually going inside, driving in the paint. And right here you could see the left-handed Cornette fouling Scotty Barnes. He shoves him right there and it's no call. I mean, are you kidding me right now? And then Precious right here, you could argue this is a ticky-tack foul, if anything. They didn't call it. It's alright. I'm not going to get too mad over this one. But it's like the Celtics, they would get these calls during the game. And right here, Siakam, you would see at first glance, it's like, oh, White didn't foul him. But look at Tice behind the back, shoving him and sandwiching him. And it's like the Celtics had to resort to defending him this way because he was just cooking him.
Spinning, finishing!
Why are the refs allowing Pritchard to be so physical with his hands? I mean, these are fouls. These are reach-ins. You should not be able to do that. And then the push behind the back. Let me replay that for you. Look at this. He pushes him into the lane. This is crazy. They don't call any of these. And Marcus Smart is just the most annoying guy.
Very competitive.
Foul on Barnes, and that's his second.
I like to think, it's like Chris Paul when he tries to draw fouls. You just can't get mad at it. In this case, I'm pissed because the next play, Scotty gets shoved and no call.
Oh, what was that?
No call.
Evan Scott, get with the program.
Marcus Smart, he had a good game. He was being aggressive throughout. And right here, he's trying to get a foul. I mean, the Celtics, when they defend like this, It's no call. So why would it be a foul on us? I mean, come on. This is inconsistent. And right here, this charge pissed me off. Oh my gosh. Look at Naismith and his foot. Look at how he's leaning towards the right side. This is not a charge. If anything, it's a block. Look how he's moving. He's still moving as he goes, leads into him. I feel like at this point, the Celtics know the referees are giving them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, this shove right here from Derek Wright. Are you freaking kidding me? Another shove in which he doesn't get called for an offensive foul. They're just letting these things go. They're letting this happen. Part of it is because of Marcus Smart. He's just so god dang influential. Look at this. He's trying to make a point to the referees that that was a foul, and then he gets a tech for that. But Scotty is moving in the same way as Marcus Smart is. And then right here, Marcus Smart, nobody touched him there. And they're still swallowing their whistle when it comes to the Raptors playing on offense. And it's like, look at Grant Williams' left hand as he fouls him right there. Now, thankfully, I have to give it to the referees. The next possession, oh, look at that. Their whistle is back, and he gets the N1 right here.
Shot clock at 7.
Oh, he got
Tons of contact, and the bucket, and the whistle. There was a whistle in there, Jack.
Again, the Raptors had the worst of it. I mean, right here, a rip through. Are we really calling these in the NBA now? Come on, I thought the rules were being in effect. These aren't supposed to be basketball plays that are allowed in the NBA anymore. And it's like, okay, the referees are starting to call things, and now they're letting guys play on, and it's like, okay, at one point are we going to get some consistency? Now, unfortunately for us, the referees are still swallowing their whistles with the Celtics right here. Grant Williams puts up a shot out and then picks up the ball that didn't even touch the rim. That's a travel. I'll replay it in slow motion again. Look at this. He puts up the shot, and then the ball doesn't even touch the rim as he picks it back up, and he puts it in, and the referees count it. And Nick Nurse is flummoxed as he has a good angle on it, and somehow the referees didn't see it. What is this? Van Vliet right here gets blocked. There was some good defense played. Derek White, he's a good defender. And right here, this is a clean. Okay, look, I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can be, and I know as a Raptors fan, it's gonna be hard because I have a bias, clearly. But right here, these are not supposed to be called. These are Harden-esque fouls that I thought the NBA had gotten rid of. And this is the most annoying, I think the most annoying play of the half.
Here's Pascal backing in. Here comes a double. All sorts of contact.
Grant Williams' foot is on the restricted area as he tries to defend this. And then look at all of these no calls that the Celtics have been having all game long at this point. I mean, these shoves. And just, come on, man. You could clearly see it's one-sided. A rip through. I mean, we should not be playing basketball and having these called as fouls. And then right here, this is an offensive foul, arguably. But then he travels as he picks up the ball that didn't even touch the rim. And it's just so damn frustrating knowing now the whistle is mostly going Celtics side. And come on, man. This is not what we're supposed to see. Look at Tice right here. He also fouls. He keeps getting away with these, sandwiching players. And it's like, throughout the game, it got worse, man. It got worse. Right here, we were able to save the ball, obviously. It got to overtime. And this game was just a mess all throughout. I mean, fouls were being called so much now when they weren't called in the beginning. And it's like, sometimes they wouldn't even call fouls still. And it's like they would call fouls for the Celtics when we had, like, this is insane. It's just, okay, let me just give you the stats right now, okay? Because I'm pretty sure you're going to be very, very surprised to know that the Raptors were charged twice as many fouls in regulation. 24-12. Oh my gosh. And don't you worry, in overtime they had to balance things out, even though the Raptors had one more foul than the Celtics, 4 fouls. So that brings up the total to 28 fouls to Celtics 15. Yeah. And I just showed you how it all began, right? There's videos out there talking about how it just got worse in the fourth quarters and the OT. Late stretches, man, it was just a nightmare. Raptors Nation has a nice video. You could check it out in the description box. You can click on that link and you'll watch the video. Go ahead and check that out. If you want to check out more from me though, I suggest you watch this video right here. That's it. That's all I have to say. YouTube thinks you'll like it. I'm actually making money now.